What is insider trading? So, we're going to break down what really involves insider trading, where a lot of people are basically scrutinized or caught having information that they're not supposed to disclose. So, it involves trading in public company stock or other securities by someone with non-public material information about the company. So things such as you're looking at insider transactions are legal if the insider makes a trade and reports it to the Securities and Exchange Commission. But in this case, insider trading is illegal when the material information is still non-public. So you have to break it down to public and non-public information. So those who commit insider trading face harsh consequences. So this is important to know what it is and how to avoid it if you own your company shares or you have information that can affect other investors. This is the name of the game. And of course, I'll give my own opinion at the end because this really only applies to people who are in charge or who have power. So, illegal insider trading basically has two key factors. First is failing to report transactions by a true insider as required by the SEC. Next is sharing non-public information with someone who is not an insider, leading them to making profitable trades based on that information, potentially harming other investors. Make sure to keep that in mind because that statement right there, that line is especially important. Which breaks down to number 2 is penalty. If someone is caught in the act of insider trading, he can be either sent to prison, charged with a fine, or both. So, according to the SEC in the United States, a conviction for insider trading may lead to a maximum fine of $5 million and up to 20 years of imprisonment, according to the SEBI. An insider trading conviction can result in a penalty of INR 250 million or 3 times the profit made out of the deal, whichever is higher. So there's a lot of potential examples of this. Look at what happened with FTX. Then you have crypto companies like Celsius. There's a lot of major corporations that happen with that. And at this point, just keep in mind companies. A lot of them are not caught. And at the same time there's a lot of people who can go around the loop of the system, which I'll explain later on in the video. So in 2020, a notable political scandal unfolded involving allegations of illegal insider trading. So some politicians were accused of using non-public information obtained during confidential government briefings related to the COVID-19 pandemic. As a few years back, I'm pretty sure a lot of you understood the situation and there's a lot of people to gain. So they allegedly used this information to make stock trades that were advantageous because they had advanced knowledge of how the pandemic would impact various industries. And a lot of people see themselves, a lot of people are currently suffering, and you have that very few individuals who made a bunch of money off of this, and it's honestly not fair in this case. Then if they made a bunch of money, why can't we make a bunch of money besides all the tax benefits and breaks we got? I mean, so-called benefits, but can we get more than that? I'm pretty sure we can. So this scandal highlights the intersection of politics and illegal insider trading, as these politicians were not traditional corporate insiders but had access to material non-public information due to their roles in the government, such as actions underscore the importance of enforcing laws against insider trading to ensure fairness and integrity of financial markets. This breaks down to economic implications. Insider trading impacts the liquidity of the market, making transaction costs higher and reducing small investors' returns. Insider trading also makes it more expensive for companies to issue stocks and bonds since it has a large effect on supply and demand of various securities. Overall, insider trading discourages small investors from participating in financial markets and allows the elite to maintain the unequal power imbalance they have over ordinary citizens. So the key takeaway is that insider trading is basically built on the people who have the most power. Like even corporations are not even immune to this. It's the people who sit on the top of the top, the people who make all the financial decisions, whether or not the economy makes or break it. And the biggest one, besides the companies that basically got hammered, like Celsius, FTX, and there's a lot of other corporations to be listed. But the main ones is you can see from other YouTubers that before the COVID-19 pandemic, or like the current issue with the war on Ukraine and another conflict with Israel, you just look at who is there to make money, and you can look at stock trades. There's even articles on Reddit looking at politicians in the United States. When do they buy stocks? For example, Nancy Pelosi. And I'm pretty sure Republicans and Democrats on both sides, they're keeping a track of a list of people. And you're basically asking, like, people wanted more fairness. And how can you make more fairness when the people who are writing the rules are the ones making the insider trades? But they're technically not a corporation. They're not part of the group of people we are in. They're not a business, and they're not considered individual in the stock trades. So they kind of made it a little bit more fair, which basically they just disclose what stocks they buy. Like the COVID-19 pandemic, before the pandemic happened around 2020, around 2019, they bought a bunch of stocks related to Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. And with the war in Ukraine, that one, they got caught for that one too. And imagine they didn't have that disclosing law. They were buying shares of Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, all those came in. And like some reasons, like the perfect timing before they invaded. So like if that's not insider trading, I don't know what is. And I just hope that they can make the system better. But in that case, then the only way to do this is to subscribe down below and click the like button. And we gotta let more people know how to make better decisions for their lives. And whether or not care or not, it really depends on their lifestyle. But I do know one thing, that money is always talks at the end. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.